Hey guys, I'm Saurav. Welcome to the channel. Today in this video, I will be talking about the DJI Ronin RS2. Disclaimer, DJI did send me this gimbal, but I'm not paid to say anything. This is a complete unbiased review. I've been using this product for about a couple of months, and today in this video, I'm going to share my experience with you people. So without wasting any time, let's get started. First of all, I'm really impressed with the overall footprint of the gimbal. Compared to the Ronin S, the RS2's case is a lot compact, which is very important when you're traveling. If I'm not carrying the case, I can also throw it in my camera bag without any issues. Talking about the gimbal, you have a carbon fiber body. Not only it looks good, but it feels really solid, premium and lightweight at the same time. Even though the weight of the gimbal has been reduced, compared to the first gen Ronin S, the payload has increased. The battery is detachable, which is very convenient because you don't have to attach the whole gimbal when you're charging it. I love using gimbals. It definitely levels up the production quality of the video instead of shooting everything handheld. But the issue with most of the gimbals is how much time it takes to complete the setup. You get on the field, you assemble the gimbal, you balance the camera. It takes a lot of time and it can be tedious, but that's not the case with the RS2. There are two quick release plates, so if you want to switch from shooting with gimbal and handheld and vice versa, it's quick. You don't have to rebalance the gimbal multiple times. The quick release plate has some sort of teeth at the bottom which is used to adjust the tilt with the knob. This is extremely convenient. It's very easy to adjust the tilt axis with precision compared to other axes. If DJI could manage to add these knobs in all the other axes, it would be a game changer. One of my favorite features of this gimbal is the axis locks. There are 3 axis locks for the pan, tilt and roll axis. If I'm balancing the tilt axis, I can lock the roll and pan axis, focus on one axis at a time and balance all the axes one by one. Even when I'm carrying this gimbal and it's off, I lock all the axes and it makes sure the gimbal is intact. It's a lot easier to carry it this way. The most important thing that you're looking for in a gimbal is stability. The RS2 uses a new Titan stabilization algorithm. I've used this gimbal a lot in the last couple of months in different situations and the footage looks really stable even without the in-body stabilization. When you're walking on an uneven surface or if you're running, you might see a bit of jitter sometimes, but that can be easily fixed in post. I have used this gimbal with a lot of different lens combinations and it worked perfectly every time. Even if you are a beginner and you don't have much experience with gimbals, you can still get pretty good looking shots. New technology should not complicate the process, it should simplify it, and that is why I love the RS2 so much. I'm not a big fan of using lenses with tighter focal length on gimbals because if there's even a bit of shake, it gets exaggerated as you zoom in. To solve this issue, DJI introduced a new feature known as Super Smooth. To use Super Smooth, you have to attach the strap with the lens and then recalibrate the gimbal to make sure you get the optimal performance. I was not expecting a lot with this feature, but after using it, I decided I'm going to use it every time I use a lens with a tighter focal length. Yes, there are a couple of extra steps, but the footage looks really smooth. With the RS2, you get a touchscreen display which appears to be small in size, and it actually is, but according to me, it's super useful. The size for me is ideal. It's bright enough to shoot outdoors. You can control almost all the functions and I don't have to connect my smartphone as often as I used to do before. You can change the modes as well. One of my favorite use case is to use the custom option. I use this mainly for tilt only mode. You can also shoot in portrait orientation if you want to shoot high quality Instagram reels. This is a very good option. The RS2 is a highly functional gimbal, but what makes it even better is it's modular. You can attach different mods and increase its functionality. You get an extra handle which allows you to use the gimbal in the briefcase mode. I really like using the RS2 in this manner, especially for low angle shots, and also when you hold this gimbal with both the hands, the weight is evenly distributed and it becomes easier to shoot for longer duration. The next thing I'm talking about is not a part of the gimbal, but it's something that you attach to the gimbal and it makes the RS2 even more powerful. That is the Raveneye. It comes with the Pro combo, gets connected with the camera and the gimbal. Open the Ronin app, connect to the Raveneye, and now you have a wireless feed straight to your mobile phone. Surprisingly, the quality of the feed is very good. Definitely looks like 1080p. If you're filming alone or you're filming with the team and you want to monitor the footage, the Raveneye is a very good option compared to other wireless monitors. You can change the camera settings like shutter speed, aperture, ISO, even record the video wirelessly through the mobile application. The most interesting part of using Raveneye is active track. You might be familiar with active tracking if you have used DJI drones in the past. This is the exact same thing, but instead of a drone, the actual live feed from the camera is used. That is absolutely genius. You can also adjust the speed of how fast or how slow do you want the tracking to be. Around 8 to 12 works good for me. The active tracking is a good option, but it's not perfect yet. It has its limitations. It starts moving after the subject has moved. You can see there's a bit of delay in the movement. This is something I'm looking forward to, and I believe DJI can improve this via firmware upgrades. The active tracking isn't exactly there, but it's a step in the right direction. One interesting application of the Raveneye is using Force Mobile and the live view together. You can see the live feed and move the phone to adjust the frame. I don't know if I'll be using it, but it feels cool. If you're getting the RS2, I would highly recommend to get the Raveneye as well. To conclude the video, hands down, the RS2 is my favorite gimbal. DJI is not paying me to say this. This is my honest opinion. This piece of gear is something that I'm always going to carry with me when I'm shooting videos. If you want to buy a gimbal, the RS2 is a very good choice. If you're using a lightweight setup, you can also choose the RSC2. Personally, I sometimes use heavyweight setups, so the RS2 is a perfect choice for me. That's it from this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, press the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll make sure I post quality content on this channel. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.